Welcome everyone to otakusandgeeks.com. Justin here, back with more comic book reviews, and today we are going to be talking about the comic book Two-Face from DC Comics. And once again, folks, I apologize for my sound quality. I am still waiting for my new microphone and my whole new equipment to arrive soon, so we'll have that hopefully later this week, or let's just say later next week. This is Saturday, after all, the time of this recording and time this is published. So once that comes, we'll be back to normal. We'll be getting back to our regular scheduled content. But I read this book and I really wanted to talk about it. So without further ado, here's a brief synopsis. Harvey Dent's greatest trial begins after years of eternal conflict. Both halves of Harvey Dent have reached an uneasy peace. In DC's new Two-Face series, Harvey uses his skills as an attorney to resolve the conflicts of Gotham's weirdest and most dangerous criminals, starting with Victor Zsasz. When Zsasz is accused of murdering a fellow member of Gotham's underworld, who better to prove a criminal's innocence than someone who's been on both sides of the law? I really enjoyed this one. I like the concept of this. I like the fact that Two-Face is really, obviously he's the focus, he's the star of the issue in the series here, but I love the duality, the internal conflict, the battle that Harvey Dent has with Big Bad Harv. And I love the fact that Big Bad Harv has dialogue, has this internal monologues in this kind of back and forth duality conflict of who's going to be taking full control over the body. And I like the premise of this too, is of that criminals have their own sets of rules, and when these rules are broken, they have to go to the courts, this underground court known as the White Church, where Harvey Dent, in the beginning of this issue, he introduces what the White Church is, and we have Judge Reaper, who is the overseer of everything. And in this particular issue, Harvey is defending Victor Zsasz because Victor Zsasz has been accused of murdering one of the members of the Falcone crime family, which is Anthony Reynolds. And I like how this whole thing plays out because you get to really get a more open view of the Gotham criminal otherworld and rules of things like, okay, you can't kill this person here. And one of the rules in this particular courtroom, the White Church, is there's no fighting, there's no killing, there's none of that. It's just literally let Harvey do his job to prove if this person is innocent or this person is guilty, and they flip the coin, obviously, to determine whether they're guilty or not. So it still has those two-face elements in it. And obviously, no spoilers here, but Victor Zsasz is the one who's on trial here. And I like, once again, also the characterization of Zsasz. I mean, Zsasz is, I always say this about Victor Zsasz. He's one of the most underrated Batman villains out there. Like, he could be someone I would love to see in the Batman 2 and done properly. Could you imagine the way, for us who know Victor Zsasz and you know how he kills and he marks, every kill he marks on it, could you imagine that type of villain in the Batman Matt Reeves universe? It will be absolutely amazing, especially that'll be more detective work for Batman. Something, like I said, just my flowers for Zsasz, because I feel like Zsasz is very underappreciated at times. But Victor Zsasz is accused of killing Anthony Reynolds by this other criminal, also known as Jimmy the Thin, and it's up to Harvey to prove that Zsasz is indeed innocent. I'm not going to tell you how he does it, but if you know the way Zsasz works and things like that, it is actually very, very great in terms of characterization of knowing how the psyche of Victor Zsasz is not just more of the psyche of Two-Face in this particular issue, but we also get to get a glimpse of the psyche of Victor Zsasz, of how he chooses the victims and how he goes about doing his artwork or his work. And it's just so chilling. It's unnerving when you're in the sections of this issue when it comes to Victor Zsasz, because the way he talks about it, the way he says such lines as, each life I take makes us more whole. Every soul is precious. I can never make a remembrance. I could never not make a remembrance of them. It's things like that that's just so chilling and unsettling. And I really did enjoy the book. It's very, very good. Art style wise, very beautiful. Nice use of color palettes. The panels are great. I mean, the designs, everything is just very noir-esque. and it fits the Gotham aesthetics very, very well. So overall, folks, when it comes to our comic books, we say pick it up, skip it, and if there's ever a sale for comic books, wait for a sale, definitely pick this one up. If you're a Two-Face fan, you're going to like this. You're going to like the inner conflict between Big Bad Harv and Harvey Dent. If you're a Victor Zsasz fan, you're going to like this issue as well, because you get to see how, psychotic Zsasz really is, and just the way he goes about talking about people. It's just like, man, this guy has no empathy. There is nothing there for Victor Zsasz, and I think that's just what makes him so scary, that he really is one of those people that he's a completely soulless entity, and he's just this complete monster. Yes, there's no Batman yet in this, but they do give you a little glimpse of, Big Bad Harv saying, you get a little glimpse of the origin story, and you get to hear Big Bad Harv talk about Batman, but no, there's no Batman in this particular issue yet. But overall, folks, I'm giving this a thumbs up. Definitely check this out. What did you think of Two-Face issue number 1? If you read it, comment below. Let me know. This is Justin from otakusandgeeks.com saying thank you for sticking with me with this audio quality. If you like what we do here, hopefully we earn your subscription. If you do decide to give us a subscription, please hit that like button and also hit that notification bell. Helps out the channel tremendously. I will be back soon with more top 10s. UWO will be coming back soon as well once we get our mics set up and everything else. More superhero gaming, essential anime I'm working on, and I'm working on the last episode of Women of Anime for the year. So stay tuned for that. That's coming soon. Later days, my friends. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace, love, and happiness to you all.